Smoking on the dro, you can't act like you don't know. Smoking on the dro, you can't act like you don't know. You're down on your knees like a top-notch hoe. You're down on your knees like a top-notch hoe. Smoking on the dro, you can't act like you don't know. Smoking on the dro, you can't act like you don't know. You're down on your knees like a top-notch hoe. You're down on your knees like a top-notch hoe. Smoking on the dro, you can't act like you don't know. Smoking on the dro, you can't act like you don't know. You're down on your knees like a top-notch hoe. You're down on your knees like a top-notch hoe. Smoking on the dro, you can't act like you don't know.
This is your man who did it. Who did it this time? With another episode of Driving Lessons. Episode 10. And to my knowledge, this may be the last driving lesson of the so-called calendar year. 2020, baby. Coming to an end. The closing of another chapter. Finito. And I pose a question to the subscribers and the viewers. Welcome to the channel. Let me turn that down. As I'm on my way to work this morning, what was fueling you, brothers and sisters? What kind of fuel do you use to start up your engine? For anyone that's new, you are the vehicle, numbskull, that I'm talking about. Your mind, your spirit, your body itself. What do you use to fuel your engine? Your car, your vehicle, your spirit. If we're talking in the physical. Do you drink coffee or is it just water? Are you empowered from natural testosterone? The loss of a loved one. Doubters, haters. Some people are instant motivators. That's all they need is a little bit of motivation. Someone to tell them what they can't do. That turns on their engine right away. That makes them want to work out. Are you a person that just needs to eat a whole bunch of protein? You might like to fast a lot in the morning. The intermediate fast. When you take it to the spiritual journey, what did you use to fuel your engine, man? Do you pray as soon as you open your eyes? In the morning when you're using the John? Do you go for daily walks? Do you sit on your porch? Or some of you brothers who stay in the sticks or the country, do you just go in the backyard and look and let nature talk to you, which is really orchestrated by the Most High? Are you inadequate with it? Does it depend on the day? Do you have several different sources of fuel that you use to heighten your spirituality, your daily walks with the most important figure of your life, the one you cannot see? What kind of fuel are you using, man? Is it other motivators around you? Do you have a great support system? People that are positive. You're not hanging around infectious people, people who always see the darker side of life. Not truth seekers, because there are a lot of men right now, including myself, who get called pessimist or party pooper or a Kill Bill just because we don't want to put up Christmas lights or we don't want to bow to a false god or a false religion. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about infectious people, truly. Natural consequences. People who bring the darker energies of life towards themselves. And then expect you to save them like Indiana Jones or something, man. What did you use to fuel you in 2020, going into 21? This one's going to be short and sweet, man. Straight up. And if you don't know what your source of fuel is, if you don't have a person that, you know, is an expert when it comes to the oiling business, that could be a counselor, a pastor, a priest, a therapist. You know, I don't talk enough about how mental health is a real thing. I don't like to use it as a crutch or make fun, but I also don't like to give too much credit to it for the downfall of the so-called communities that are surrounding us. If you're mentally weak, what are you doing to strengthen your mental weakness? All weaknesses have a strength, man. All of them. All your weaknesses have something to make you stronger, unless it's cancerous. And then that's another topic for another time. So, as this so-called dark and gloomy year comes to a close, I pose some objectivity and, more importantly, some positivity to the future. If it was that rough for you, maybe it's important that you schedule yourself an inspection, man. Get yourself looked at. Get yourself looked at mentally, spiritually. And if you feel like you don't need no professionals, which is very possible. I hate to see a brother or a sister feign intelligence. Don't go out here and try to be the smartest man in the room, knowing daggone well you have no experience and you haven't even had a first opinion, let alone a second opinion about your own mental well-being, your own spiritual well-being, hell, your own physical well-being. All year we've been told how messed up this place is and how jacked up it's getting and what president was going to fix or take us back to slavery. I mean, we done heard it all. We have heard it all. Well, that day is over, right? Because now we have a new man in charge and a new woman. Keep being a fool thinking that. What the heck was fueling you this year to make you keep going? And if you have no idea, to give thanks, which is, you know, your own business, first and foremost, you should be giving thanks that you even woke up this morning for the physical fuel, pardon me. But then on a positive aspect, check this out, man. You do realize if you have a mind this morning to operate your YouTube or your Instagram or your Twitter, I like to call it the SHITER, you know, TTER, pardon me. I'm trying to clean up some of my foul language. You know what I mean? I'm trying. But I believe that's secondary and to a certain degree elementary to the issues that we have in the world today. So, in a closing, man and woman, sure hope you just check in every now and then and find out what you've been using to fuel yourself. I recommend that you have a great mechanic, someone who can provide you a liquid that can give you life, you know? And if I'm talking too much in metaphors, obviously I'm telling you to seek God and God alone, first and foremost, and let him teach you about all of the other men who have went through certain trials and tribulations like yourself. Whether you think that they're fiction or not, you know, pray about it, man. Even when you want to know the truth. That's the problem with a lot of brothers, man. They don't pray before they do their research. We've been told so many things, from the Pilgrims helping the Native Americans to all of us being slaves or cannibals or atheists, and now we're being told that we've always practiced witchcraft. You have to pray over the information that's coming to you. Once again, what the heck is fueling your sources? You have to understand, everybody don't use the same oil you do. So with that being said, pray over that. Pray over the people that are educating your children, man. But that all comes back to what the heck is fueling you. If it's the loss of a loved one, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with praying that, you know, the person that left may prosper in the next life. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is something a little sketchy if you do believe that they would want you to stop the progress in your own personal journey. I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed, everyone who shared positive criticism and criticism as a whole. I appreciate that, man. Special shout outs. C-Pen for the win. Incredible content. HD, welcome to HD TV. Man, your hard work will never be ignored. Too raw for TV. What can I say, man? You keep us on our toes with sports, the past, and now even an R&B lesson. Because I think a lot of our children need to pay attention to R&B, because I believe it's coming to a close, and it's ending if you pay attention to the music industry. Ashes to Snow, as well as Scrap and Stay Woke. These guys are new. Thinking Man's Templar, and all of the great men that I've met so far, you know, being like minds on this YouTube platform, and even now with the Discord app. So many of y'all, man, doing great things, man, letting you know that your work shouldn't be looked at in vain, and God is good. And he always was, but he's getting even better in my life. My beautiful family, I just can't tell you enough. Thank you for putting up with me. And that's, you know, all my boys, man, from high school to college. That's what fuels me, man. That's what fuels me. Wanting to be better. A perfectionist who knows that he's not perfect, but it fuels me. Wanting to do better, and wanting to be more around people who are like minds. Everybody's not a demon out here. Yes, they outnumber us, but if they didn't outnumber us, it wouldn't make the war fun. So this is your man who did it. Who did it this time? Driving lesson number 10. What the heck is fueling you, man? What fuel are you using? All praises to the Most High, His Son, and all of His creation, including myself. I'm signing off. Be well, be wise, and continue to worship. All right? Love y'all. 100.